Hey, it's your coach, Lauren McNaughton, coming to a short video here where I'm going to talk about the importance of having a vision and a mission statement and core values for your company. Whether you are a small retail, small restaurant, or you plan on building a multinational company that is worldwide, how important it is. Now, you will see that all very large multinational companies, international, even national companies that are very big, all have powerful vision statements. So as a small business owner, we just, we hang up our shingle and say, hey, let's go start doing, I'm an electrician. I'm going to do electrician's work or plumber's work or roofing or siding or insulation or wholesale distribution. This is what I do. I'm just going to go out and do it. And this is in part why so many people get frustrated. And I'm sure that if this hasn't happened to you personally, you certainly know somebody that's happened to, where they great electrician, great plumber, whatever it is that your vocation is, and you're very good at your job, great salesman, whatever it was, you said, I'm going to take these and start a business, and you start to grow a little bit, and you start hiring some people, and you grow to a certain point where you are extremely frustrated. You're working a lot of hours. You're getting burned out. You're dealing with team issues all the time, customer issues all the time, trying to run the business all at the same time. And you get burned out and you downsize, and especially because you go, I was making more money when I was working for somebody else. So you downsize back to when you were working for yourself, which is can be a vicious cycle. And let's be honest, when you're young and you've got lots of energy, it's pretty easy to stay up on stuff. But when you get a little bit older and you got a family to take care of as well, it becomes a different animal unto itself. So let's talk about why it's so important to create a vision for your company. I'm going to use a little bit of an example here to put some context to that. So let's just say we're a group of people. We're going to climb Mount Everest. So that's our vision. So then our mission is going to be, first of all, why are we? What's the purpose of us climbing Mount Everest? And then how are we going to get there? So that could be through, we're going to hire some great nutritionalists. We're going to hire some personal trainers. We're going to climb, I don't know, several peaks before we get there. We're going to follow the instructions of our guide. Things like that, training and understanding, getting all the tools in place to climb Mount Everest. So that's our mission. Then our core values is how we're going to behave on the way there. And anybody that's ever studied anything about Mount Everest, it's climbing Mount Everest is not success. Climbing Mount Everest and getting back down alive is success, because lots of people have climbed to the top of Mount Everest and not made it down. And as business owners, our job, our vision for our company is to grow something incredibly positive, something that creates a lifestyle for ourselves and the people who work for us, and create something magical for the people who work, use our services or buy stuff from us as well. So I want to say, even if you're just a small retail store where you're selling, soup to nuts out of this little place, and you just got just a few employees, create a powerful vision statement for your company. First of all, it will help give you direction. So this is where we want to go. This is why, and then we talk about the mission, which is why we want to do this. What is the purpose of this? So it can't be, I want to be rich. I want to, have a whole bunch of stuff, buy a bunch of stuff. That's not a vision and a mission statement for a company. Nobody who works for you is going to follow you or work hard for you or have your back or be loyal to you if your vision, and think about this from the perspective of a stated vision, but also because I've worked with people who, one of the things that was their key focus was, buying these supercars and purchasing a personal jet. And the beauty of this, when I worked with this guy, because this guy was an awesome guy, he understood clearly that that's not a very motivating thing for anybody. And in fact, really not that motivating for himself either, because when you understand, ultimately what do we want to be is we want to have happiness in our lives. We don't want to have, a jet in supercars and be unhappy and miserable. So anyways, coming back to this vision statement, it's the sort of guiding light. It's the lighthouse that shows everybody why you're going to go there. And then the mission is why we're doing this. And if you're a small retail store, it just could be like finding the greatest little knickknacks for people that decorates their homes, makes them feel, excited, loved, whatever it is in their own little space or big space. If you happen to be working with people that have massive homes. So if you have a construction company, whether you're in the roofing business or you're in the insulation business, you're in the drywall business, electrician, plumber, carpenter, home builder, whatever it is, really look at creating a vision that will include something big for the people who come to work for you, not just for the people who are going to buy stuff from you. And the reason for that is like we all want to have A-grade players. In fact, one of the things that typically when I start working with a small, medium-sized company, small, medium-sized could be up to $100 million, is finding and keeping good people. People who are really good employees, the best employees. They have hopes, dreams, desires, and goals for themselves. And if they come to work for you and you're not organized, you don't have a vision of what you're building, there's no sort of why are we doing this, if I could put it that way. It's a good way to put it. Then they're going to go someplace where they can work for somebody who does. And if you've been doing this for a while, that turnover in employees is going to be your biggest headache, especially in key positions, because just when you think you've got a part of your business sewed up and it's working well, but it's working well because of one person, and then they go to work for somebody else because they realize they got a bigger future someplace else, and you're starting all over from scratch again. And unless you hire somebody that's really great at what they do, then you're going to struggle even more with that. So this is in part in other videos that I've talked about building systems and processes in your business, because the systems and processes should run your company, and then the people who come to work there should run the systems. And so then when you're hiring people, yes, you're going to need to still find out if they have the skills to do the job, but you're going to look more at what's their attitude like. Are these people who are going to show up for work every day with a smile on their face, and are they going to make friends at work or make enemies at work? Especially you guys in the construction industry, because there's some rough and tumble boys and girls in that industry. And I walked into one of my clients' warehouse, and the supervisor of one particular division in the company and one of the employees were just like cursing each other out. If either one of those guys, it could have came to blows, which is completely unacceptable in any workplace whatsoever. Arguing like that, completely unacceptable whatsoever. So, getting the right people in the right positions is so key. And so you got to create something that these people want to come to and work in there. And that starts with the vision and the mission. So again, the vision is where we're going to go, because I go, hey, listen, I'm a top player. I have goals. I want to be, mortgage free. I want to travel every year. I want to go on great vacations. I want to have nice vehicles. I want to have a boat. I want to have a whatever vacation, whatever that is. Can I see myself doing that working for you? And if I can see myself doing that working for you, then I'm going to come and I'm going to be loyal. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to be someone who shows leadership on your team. I'm going to be somebody who steps up and helps other people also step up. I'm going to be a valued part of your team. So you want to create that vision and mission that's going to attract those kinds of people. And the reason for the mission statement is the why and the purpose of your business is, I know I hear this way too often, and I admonish people when they say it to me, because they talk about the generation Gen Z or the millennials or whatever you want to refer to them as, being entitled kind of people. And they're not entitled. they're not any less entitled, feeling any less entitled than you feel entitled to get good employees. And so you look at these people, they're just going, you know what? I don't want to work for some directionless company that has, it feels like all they want to do is work me to death. I don't want to work at some place like that. I want to work someplace where I have a sense of purpose. And in my team building workshops that I do with teams, part of that is developing a personal purpose, and tying that to the purpose of the company, so that you get people going, you know what, I really want to be part of this. I really want to show up and be the best that I can be. You're going to tap into something that's better about people when you have a vision, a solid vision. And a vision is not something you wrote on a plaque and stuck on a wall that collects dust. It's something that's actually alive inside your company. It's energy. I mentioned the word culture early on. Culture is all about energy. You've all, experienced some place where you've gone into something and you just feel like everything lifts up. Whether that's some kind of a function of some kind, or maybe you're shopping someplace, or maybe you went to a banquet or something and you just felt the energy go up like that. That's culture. That's culture. And when you take that and you take your vision statement and your mission statement and your core values and you bring it to life, you talk about it at every single formal meeting that you have. You start every single formal meeting that you have with talking about your vision, mission, and core values, because then people are going to understand that this is important to you versus just some BS that sits on a wall that they look over at you and you're not even living that vision or core values or mission statement. So I'm going to tap into something here, because I really want to, if you haven't created a vision for your company, or a vision statement and mission statement and core values for your company, I really want to motivate you to do that, because it literally will make everything way easier for you. Because here's the thing, like, let's just say you've got 10 employees in your company, and you got 10 employees who are highly engaged, motivated, they appreciate the work that they do, they like the work that they do, they like the people that they work with, they work well together as a team, versus you got 10 employees who could care less about anything. They show up to work late, they try to leave early, they take long breaks, they don't get along with anybody, they don't feel appreciated, and they don't appreciate the work that they're doing. Just think about that just for a second and ask yourself the question, what would my company operate like if it was the first example that I gave versus what is the majority of cases the second example of what I explained. And I say the majority with 100% confidence. There's a whole bunch of reasons why businesses fail. If you look up statistically, 80% of businesses fail in the first 5 years of them starting, and 80% of the 20% that survive don't make it to their 10-year anniversary. So somewhere around 5-10% of companies actually survive and go on to be something significant. And then even a smaller percentage of that actually goes on to be something like really significant. And all I say is, like, what is it that you want from your business? That's where you should start. Like, look 10 years into the future. If you look at yourself and you say, I'm 30 years old, or I'm 40 years old, or I'm 50 years old, say, if you're 30, what do I want when I'm 40 years old? Do I want to be working as hard as I'm working today at 40 years old? Do I want to have dealing with the same crap that I'm dealing with today when I'm 40 years old? Or do I want to have something that I can be proud of, and then the people who come to work for you can also be proud of? So I hope I've made a case for you building a powerful vision for your company and mission statement and core values. If you want some help with that, you can go on to my website, lauriemcnaughton.com. Scroll down, you can read some stuff on there that would be helpful for you to understand a little bit more about who I am. And then scroll down and just click on book a 15-minute discovery meeting. We'll talk about where you're at, where you want to be, what are the challenges that you're facing, and if there's something, if I can help you with this. And that depends more on you than it depends on me, because I already have done this for hundreds of companies. It's going to depend more on you, because just like you have A grade employees and you have B and C and D grade employees. I'm really looking for those clients who really want to do something special, to work with them, to help them create something that they are extremely proud of, and the people that work for them can also become extremely proud of. I've been doing this for over 20 years now, so I've become a little bit more choosy about who I work for, work with. And if you feel like, that's a sort of poke in your gut, and you're feeling like, that hurts my feelings, or whatever the case may be, and really take a long look in the mirror, because everything starts with you. Everything starts with you as the owner of the company, as the leader in an organization or a business unit. Everything starts with you, and it's all about your responsibilities, your accountability, and you taking ownership of this. And if you say, you know what, I'm excited and I'm ready to make some changes and I want to do something really cool, I'm going to call this guy up and book him, or pardon me, I'm going to go on his website and book a 15-minute because I'm excited, then please go ahead and do that. I look forward to the opportunity to meet with you and learning more about you and helping you accomplish what you want to accomplish in a shorter period of time. So again, go to lauriemcnaughton.com and book yourself a 15-minute discovery meeting. Also, like everybody always says, hit the subscribe button, because there's more videos I'm going to put on here, and they're all designed to help you grow your business and succeed and not become a statistic. And if you can imagine, you can see some of these books back here over on the bookshelf over here. I've got 300 books on there. The library, the bookstore are filled with books on how to succeed. So it's not knowledge that keeps you from succeeding, because if it was, you'd just pick up a book and read it, and you'd have it. It's often about who you are, who you're becoming, and who you want to be, and your willingness to be held accountable, and your willingness to take on that responsibility and take ownership for your success. And this is why what I do for a living actually exists, because my goal is to make sure that you don't get distracted by every shiny penny that comes along, and you actually move and get things done, so that at the end of the day, when we're done working together, you have a business that's not only more profitable, not only allows you to have more free time, but really it's something that you're having a lot more fun with and you're proud of. So looking forward to the opportunity to chat with you. Take care and have yourself a great day.